strange. During the BRB, YouTube just decided my stream should end. I think what must have happened is maybe it lost connection to the internet. I'm not sure. So I've had to split it into two separate parts, but which is probably better. But still confused. Got myself a Fanta. Where's my controller? Here's my controller. Got my controller plugged in. Now we just I wonder if I'll finish the game this stream, because we are somewhat close to the end. Oh. I wonder if it's actually possible to get up there. I guess this bit's seizure warning. If you have visual epilepsy, close your eyes. I remember this part. It's the gay tunnel. That was a really, really shit joke. There's not even all the colours there.
"My name's Fort," said the big robot. I guess I looked puzzled as he then explained. When the nice virus hit, their robot leaders encouraged them to choose their own names. His serial number was H9CTTBVSHJ42. So he thought Fort would be a nice nickname, or as he put it, 42 Fort. Ooh. For a while, we were encouraged to show our individuality. I wish I hadn't bothered. He suddenly stopped and looked around. Come on, buddy. We should find somewhere to hide. The robo-government helicopters patrol at night.
I like Fort. He's one of my favourite characters.
Those platforms don't look very safe. Be careful.
I don't know how I'd managed without you.
Point.
Should have brought a bucket and spade. Did you see that saw?
I saw the saw.
Wait, how am I gonna get all that stuff up there?
This must be more difficult than it looks.
It's harder than flying around on top of the collision.
Wait. I don't even have my balloon power up. Or ability. Oh look, this is one of the helicopters. Wait, there's even more junk up there? I want that. Can I even make it up there? No. There's no I missed. Yes, split half here.
So you're taking the high road.
It's how I was programmed.
Get all the junk here because you can't go back for it. Can I kill these things? Oh!
Why are you dressed like that? Keep your nuts away from those saws.
And my bolts.
No, just your nuts.
I can see my house from up here.
Oh, I can destroy those things, but they don't drop anything, which is actually a good thing. If they did, then I would have to destroy every single one.
Nearly there. Concentrate.
All junk collected. Nice. I kind of hate this part.
As we sat waiting for the helicopter to pass, we continued chatting.
Oh wait, no,
I told
it's
Fort
not this
about
part.
everything that had happened to me, about my quest to clean a million things, about my friends and about everything that had happened on the moon. All I want now is to go home, I said.
You can come to my home,
said Fort.
I'm on the run, but it's pretty safe there.
When I asked Fort why he was on the run, he told me about everything that had happened to him. how after the nice virus there would be no more war and therefore no need for most soldiers. Soldiers like him. As my model was designed to destroy other robots, we were built with an incredibly powerful core, he said. There was no way to disarm us, so we were put to death. Because of our power, the only way we could be detonated was deep underwater, miles out at sea. Even then it caused huge explosions. But while we were waiting to get on the boat, I just sort of ran off. As soon as the helicopter had gone, Fort said, "Let's move." Here we go.
Oh, it's playing the music from the mansion.
Jump on the spot in the sand so you don't sink. Stay low and move fast.
Why couldn't you live in a pyramid?
Too expensive. This used to be used for archaeology surveys.
Oh. What? How did that kill
Have you got
me?
a spare rocket pack?
That noise is annoying.
Right.
I
Yeah.
wish you could fly right up to the sky.
But I can't.
I wonder what happened to this dude.
We're very exposed up here.
What is that thing there? Oh yeah, there's a secret down there, isn't there?
This was one of the most valuable things I'd seen.
Secret.
That's a relief. I thought you were dead.
I didn't know how much this was worth, but it looked expensive.
Dang it. No!
This seemed quite valuable.
There's a lot of dead robots here. It's kinda dark how the robots consider their own kind.
Fort
of
said that it
redundant.
would be best if we waited in this building. The helicopter still
Like
sounding
scrap.
nearby, and we were in no massive rush. We soon got chatting again. Fort explained how the robot cow had happened very quickly. It was a matter of days after the nice virus hit. Every robot that was deemed unnecessary was destroyed, even harmless ones. It was considered logical and for the greater good, he said. I wasn't sure what to say. I didn't think we could raise an army to fight the man in black, but I supposed I'd hoped we could do something to defend ourselves by the time they returned to Earth. As Fort filled the birds' dishes with food, I asked him why he carried them with him.
They can't fly anymore, so I feel kind of protective of them,
He said.
We found them in a bombed-out building.
It was so nice how he cared for them. I smiled and asked him their names.
This is Barry, and this little lady is Alice. I don't know why I picked those names,
But I knew why, and it made me smile.
when we found them, they were badly hurt. But my friend, she nursed them back to health.
I asked him where his friend was now, but Fort just looked at the floor and said,
The helicopter must be gone by now.
No, it's right there. Here's the part I hate. Ow.
You've got to help me take the gunship down.
I'm not a soldier anymore.
The killer instinct is still inside you deep down.
That's in the past.
Yeah, I just realised something. Robots are the only characters that actually have voices, their own voices in this game. Whenever a person talks, it's always,
I can't do this without you.
it's always narrated by robots.
I don't want to hurt anyone.
It's a drone gunship. It doesn't have feelings.
Hold on, how comes like soldier robots were deemed unnecessary and destroyed, but then the gunship was not? That was a question.
I
Damn
will
it.
try.
I know I could use my shield here, but I want to save the boss. How far can I scroll? Oh, I can go all the way to the edge of the location. I wonder if there's like any secrets that you can only see with the binoculars.
Got an idea. Get me some fuel.
Alright, so...
Maybe I can turn up the power on these thrusters.
I like how you can easily cheese this boss just by bringing all the things over here before giving them support. Yay. Nice, it's got the Mona Lisa there.
That's her. Wearing her favorite dress.
Said Fort.
She was a concierge robot. Classy, intelligent, and designed to serve man. But when all the men were gone, just like me, she wasn't needed anymore.
Fort sighed and gently placed the photo back on the shelf. I thought I would try to cheer him up. Looking around the room, I saw a battered old piano, and thought I would try playing the tune Heather had taught me.
Alright. Hold on a moment. For some reason it sounded like it was using both the speakers on my monitor and my headphones at the same time for some reason.
I told Fort how great I thought his house was, and I truly meant it. But I knew I needed to get back to my quest. However, things soon got serious when I mentioned my gloves and shoes.
Do you mean the magic shoes of gravity
Defiance,
Fort asked.
and Atlas gloves of mighty strength. They sounded far grander when he described them, but I was pretty sure he meant the same things.
The sacred artifacts,
Fort said, but before I could reply he burst into an explanation about how there were certain things from some kind of half-remembered time that the robot rulers considered sacred and holy.
I used to believe in it all, the words, the prophecies, I even believed in the Chosen One,
said Fort.
But after she... Well, I just couldn't swallow all the ghost stories and the nonsense about the afterlife. You know what I mean, buddy.
I didn't know about the afterlife, or the Chosen One, but I knew ghosts were real. I then began to explain how Mr. Preston had told me the story about how Mrs. Silton had told him a story about the brother of a man who works with her uncle giving a young motorcyclist a lift after a crash outside the Blackwall Tunnel. He pulled up outside the motorcyclist's destination, but when the man turned around, the motorcyclist had vanished. So he knocked on the door, and an old woman answered. When he asked her if she had a son, the woman burst into tears and said I did, but he died in a motorcycle accident exactly 10 years ago, just outside the Blackwall Tunnel. And so we began a conversation that would take us long into the night. I shared the various philosophies that the old man had taught me about life, the universe and Douglas Adams, while Fort explained the robot philosophies, how there was a yearly competition to find the chosen one, how they and only they would deserve the sacred artifacts, and how they would rule the world. It all sounded so grand. But I suppose I was tired. I'd be happy now if I could just sit and play some video games. Eventually Fort stood up.
Well, it's late,
He said.
I need to recharge. How are your batteries?
I honestly had no idea how my batteries were, so I smiled and said, I'll be fine here, thanks.
Why does Fort need to recharge? Doesn't he have like a really powerful core? Can't he just use that
I'll do
power
it,
himself?
was the first thing I said to Ford in the morning.
Do what?
Came his reply with a strange look. So I explained how I would enter this chosen one contest, get these sacred shoes and gloves, then we would return home and defend the planet from the man in black.
Who will, buddy?
Asked Fort.
Me.
And you? He had a point, but I knew Heather and the rest of my friends would help. Maybe it was the talk that Fort and I'd had. Maybe it was the dream I had last night, or maybe it was just the urge to get home and make sure everyone was safe, but I suddenly felt like I could save the world.
Come on then, buddy, said Fort, show me what you've got. If you're going to win the contest, you'll have to be good.
Lol, noob. Ah! Ah, shit. It's karma.
Fort leant back with a big smile.
It's a long way.
He said,
To the contest, I mean. It'll take us months to walk to the robot capital. We had best get going.
Fort has a real nice house. For, a fugitive.
Again, on Fort's suggestion, we mainly traveled at night. Even though the world was such a mess, the twilight still made everything look quite beautiful.
Well, that's all the junk you collected. Damn it. Alright. No! She made it! Oh. Ugh. Alright. Door.
We took refuge in another bombed-out building, with Fort deciding when it was time to move again. We spent the next few months traveling like this until eventually, we made it to the robot capital city. Fort had told me how the capital used to be a human city, but after the war, the robots had more than taken over. However, I didn't expect a literal cathedral of video games. I joined the queue and signed up for the tournament as soon as I could. "I'll be over there, buddy. Good luck," said Fort as he found a seat with some huge agricultural robots and attempted to blend in. Before the competition began, the host spoke of many rules, laws and grand philosophies, comparing life to various video games. It sort of reminded me of Alice's church, but with none of the warmth or compassion. But still everyone clapped. There were to be 3 rounds to the competition, with a choice of 2 games per round. The player with the highest score would win, and advance to the next round. I won the coin toss, so it was my decision which game we played.
I remember hating this part because I'm not very good at the arcade games in this. I'm gonna go for day off because I'm bad at
run as many
games.
points as you can.
Right, hashtag MeTooD2 shall die.
Checkpoint.
Right. Right. Let's try for once.
Ladies and gentlemen, your round 1 winners. Well done, said Fort. I knew you could do it, buddy. Round 1 was in the bag, but now it was time to meet my opponent for round 2.
I wonder what the armor robots are called.
Shoot everything and score as many points as you can.
this one.
Much to my dismay, along with all the other losers of round 2, I was guided into the crusher. So it almost felt like cheating when my Lazarus chip took me back far enough to start again. Shoot everything and...
Wait, you can start shooting things before the game has even started.
Ladies and gentlemen, these 4 are your semi-finalists. Fort smiled as I stepped off the stage, but neither of us said anything. We were too focused on winning.
I can't even remember what either of these games are.
As many points as you can.
Oh, it's well, that went well.
It was quite horrible, but I and the other loser of round 3 soon found ourselves inside the crusher. But my own personal cheat code kicked in as my Lazarus chip took me back far enough. Try to score as many points as you can.
Wait, why isn't this... Oh, my controller unplugged. I believe this one's actually really easy to win. Ah, I say that as I just mess it all up. Ow!
Try to score as...
When you kill the bird. fine, I have enough points to win. Ow! Ow! There we go.
So here we have it. These two are our ultimate competitors. They will now fight it out in the final round.
Obviously, it's going to be a hungry ghost. Not the blank.
Cover the level with ectoplasm as fast as you can.
But what the hell is going on with my controls? When the controller unplugs, for some reason with Horace, it really messes it up. So I'm gonna relaunch the game. I hope it doesn't make me do the whole Cathedral of Games part from the beginning. Yep, hurry up. Alright, good.
Cover the level with ectoplasm as fast as you can. What? Wait. Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in. Cover the level with ectoplasm.
Ow! My controller disconnected again. Which means I have to quit out the game entirely. Because for some reason, if the controller's plugged in during the game, the controls are all messed up. I don't know why that is. some reason right become left and right also do up and down simultaneously, and all the buttons, all the controls get like mapped. Every button just gets mapped to two different things for some reason. Right. Yep, skip.
Cover the level with X.
Yep, I know. Oh, go that way. There we go.
Everyone cheered. The host even declared me the winner. But then, for some reason, a videotape which contained a better score than mine was presented. I was then informed that I would have to play my opponent again, but now on a mystery game. It seemed a little unfair, but I guess it was supposed to be some kind of tiebreaker.
Oh! Why does the cable keep falling out of my controller? I would, but I need to restart the game now because it's messed up because the freaking cable won't stay in the controller and this computer doesn't have Bluetooth. Is there like Bluetooth USBs? Is that a thing? Because if that's a thing, that would be great. If there was just like a USB Bluetooth thing. You just plug into your computer and then you can use Bluetooth devices. And I could just use that. Yep, don't care. Dang it!
Some shadowy robots forced me into a crusher. So for once it didn't feel like cheating when my Lazarus chip kicked in.
get this part over with. There we go.
I had finally won round 4, and thus the whole competition. However, unknown to me but seemingly well known to everyone else, there was more to come.
Oh! Bloody cable. I just want the controller to stay plugged in. Why does the cable have to keep falling out? Every time it falls out, it buggers up the thing. The controls. Hey, isn't that the same robot that, the same robot that died? No. I'm pressing left and right. Right. Play a game again. And this time, hopefully the cable won't fall out of my controller. I really wish I could just use Bluetooth. This bloody computer doesn't have it. Yep, continue. Yep. All these cubes. I'm surprised they're not junk for the player to collect.
As I walked forwards, I heard a voice reciting a poem. To see a world in a grain of sand, and a heaven in a wild flower, hold infinity in the palm of your hand, and eternity in an hour. Show me your mark, demanded the yellow machine. I would have done as he said, but I had no idea what he meant. The machine sighed.
Your serial number. Who are you, robot?
To me, the number had always looked unimpressive, but it clearly meant something to this machine. For several minutes he called me things like, the firstborn, the chosen light, the cleanser of the world, and of course, literally, the one.
No matter, said the machine when he finally composed himself.
Before you can take the artifacts, we must play
the game. Winner stays on. You of all people should know. This contest was conceived after we won the war. To find the greatest robot. To find the one. I beat my predecessor and he beat his. However, I have an advantage. The humans broadcasting their nice virus wasn't the first time I had felt the sweet sting of life. Long before then I briefly worked in a seaside arcade. However, I was recalled in 1974 when my AI was deemed too great for the general public. No one could beat me then, and no one can beat me now. That wasn't fair. Have you even played this game before? You are rubbish.
Ah.
That wasn't fair. Have you got some kind of power-up? My point. I was better than you on my first boot up. Have you got some kind of power-up?
Right. This is it. Wait, what?
My point.
Oh!
The machine almost
It-
looked
it's
sad as I was
unplugged.
taken by some robots in dark cloaks and
Why? Why does this thing have to keep unplugging? Should add some blue tack. It wouldn't be a problem if it wasn't for the fact
the
that for
machine
some
almost
reason this
looked
game
sad
just
as I was
decides to
taken by
map.
some robots in dark cloaks and convinced to step into a crusher.
It wouldn't be a problem if, when I plug the controls back in, it would just map it properly, instead of mapping every button to two different things.
That was just luck. I've played the toaster better than you.
Oh,
I've played the toaster better than you.
yes.
That wasn't fair. That wasn't fair. My point. You
What did
are
I do?
rubbish.
Why did I put down there?
Nice to see you trying. Have you even played this game before? That was a fluke. That wasn't fair.
Alright, go ahead.
Nice to see you trying. Nice to see you trying. Have you got some kind of power-up?
Nice.
Sometimes
Didn't
my
even lose that
conquered
time.
opponent has to be coaxed into submission, said the machine. Some by force, some by bribery, some just need a few simple words. But I understand my fate.
There will come soft rains and the smell of the ground, and swallows circling with their shimmering sound, and frogs in the pools singing at night, and wild plum trees in tremulous white. Robins will wear their feathery fire. Why haven't you done it? The button is right there. My soul is yours to take. But killing him was the last thing I wanted to do. So I asked him, why should I? Because, he replied, this is the way things are, this is the way things have always been. So everyone wants to win this game, so they can sit in a dark cave waiting to play the game again. Things will have to change.
Actually, I just realised something. This was foreshadowed. This happened earlier on in the game. In the Alice in Wonderland part. You have to go get Alice from her house and they have to then his brain gets hacked. Because once you do the video game parts.
And so, I was crowned by the grace of God, defender of the faith and ruler of the known world. I gave many rousing speeches to my new nation, and, when I told the machine about the moon and the man in Black's army, he discussed with the Council of 9 advisors and assured me everything would be taken care of.
I had won the sacred tournament, so I, and I alone, had the right to wear the magic shoes of gravity defiance. The only trouble was, they didn't really work. I mean, they were fine as a pair of shoes, but I could no longer run up walls. But I guess this didn't really matter anymore, as one of the many perks of being the ruler of the known universe was that I could have everything I ever wanted. As awesome as my arcade was, Fort made it clear he wanted to leave, as he thought we had more important things to do.
What? Oh damn, Plebis is out of order.
Come and see me.
Fort worried I was being sucked in by it all. I am not, I replied. I'm ruler of the world. Fort sighed. That's exactly what I mean. I've barely seen you in weeks. We were going to take Barry and Alice to the park, but all you do is play video games. You don't even care that there's a rocket coming from the moon. I've been busy, I explained, and the advisors said they'd take care of the moon. We beat the humans before. We're in a good position to enter into peace talks. Fort turned to leave the room. Buddy, you're as delusional as they are. Is this really everything you've ever wanted?
when you're ready to leave.
Space. What was I saying earlier? Oh yeah, that's him becoming king was foreshadowed. When when you beat the boss of the Alice in Wonderland part, and with
I
all
felt
the,
awful about how I had treated Fort, so I arranged a day out for us
all
as
the-
soon as I could.
what was it, Atari themed games and whatnot. I think it's Atari themed.
I had completely forgotten that it was Heather's camera. Suddenly I was totally and completely overcome with the urge to go home. I thought I was happy here, but I realized I wasn't. Plus Fort was right, I was being delusional. The moon rocket must have landed by now and there really was no chance of peace. We had to do something. I told the advisors about my plan to go home and head off the Man in Black, but they seemed more concerned with taxing their own people and tried to fob me off with more days out and video games. So, we smiled and left the advisors to it, waited until dark, and on Fort's advice, just sort of ran off. It wasn't difficult to sneak out. There was no one around thanks to the Robot City curfew laws, but to be honest, as I was their king, I don't think anyone would have stopped us anyway. I think my astro navigation had failed us, as neither I nor Fort remembered coming this way. Somehow we found ourselves in a massive forest, and Fort decided it was time to rest.
Alright. Perhaps it'd be a good idea to
It
avoid
wasn't long
getting
before
any,
we were inside a
fire
huge
on-
sawmill.
Oh! Why does my controller keep disconnecting? No. To restart the game again. Why does this keep happening? Why doesn't the cable just stay in? It wouldn't be anywhere near as bad if the game didn't screw up the controls whenever it happened. And it's only this game that does it. Any other game that I use a controller for, if the controller gets disconnected while I'm playing it, I don't have to restart the game. There we go. Oh, I can cheese it. Go cheese. Let's get the sawmill.
Fort seemed quite sad about the trees being cut down. Our journey took us through a huge theme park. It was just like the one in Alice's town, but much bigger.
Oh. Alright. 1, 3. That hover ability, that little Yoshi hover
Both
ability
Fort
is
and I
quite-
were struck
quite
by
helpful.
how similar the inside of a sawmill and the inside of a roller coaster were.
Ooh. Dang it. Oh, that's interesting. The way they did this, made the snow slippery was made it oil. Huh.
Eventually we wound up inside the ski resort, but we could see a huge boat in the valley below.
There we go.
Fort suggested we travel under the cover of night, as we were getting nearer the humans, and home. The cruise liner carried us through the night to warmer waters.
Fort was surprised how easily we docked the boat.
But it was all just thanks to my
Captain's software. The bay that we docked the boat in looked pleasantly familiar.
The gleaming white cliffs
Made me feel like a soldier returning home from war.
It was then I realized
We were literally just outside Alice's house. We were about to continue when Fort
noticed something on my shoes,
and with that, they worked again.
allowing me once more to defy gravity.
I kind of wished we had seen this switch months ago, but Fort just seemed to find it hilarious
As we continued on our way home,
Oops. Do these computers actually do anything? I just thought I should get those shields, but then I realised
this was clearly worth something.
Train station. Does this cost twice the number of there? Does this cost twice the number of tickets? This one's much better.
Mind the doors. The train is now departing.
I think I might actually get the game finished today. Cool.
Factoridden. This is Factoridden.
Because I'm super close to the ending now.
Mind the doors. The train is now departing.
I'm gonna try and get a good ending. Which basically they're exactly the same as the it's not really a bad ending.
Mainton
but
was the next
it's
stop.
exactly the same
I
except
could get
it's
back
an
to the
extra line of
mainland on
dialogue.
Mr. Silton's from here.
Mainden. This is Mainden. Mind the doors.
No, I only used one ticket. Military robots in the state.
I made my way back out to the mainland.
I like how everywhere else it's getting better, but here, just outside of Mainton, it's still an absolute shithole. Zero improvement has been made here. No, I didn't want to do that. I want to save my shields for the final boss.
The boat was gone, so I decided to see if there was anyone in Mr. Silton's house.
Forgot you have to visit Mr. Silton's first.
I suggested Fort find somewhere to hide. I thought the others may not have seen him as being as friendly as I did. I then made my way into the familiar damp hallway.
Everyone was so pleased to see me. I explained how I had survived being dismantled and escaped from the moon.
I told them about the robots and the game tournament,
and everyone seemed to find it funny that I was crowned ruler of the universe. It was then that I felt a gentle tapping on my leg. I looked down and saw a small girl smiling at me. "This is our daughter Heather," said Mrs. Silton, We named her after... Mr. Silton burst into the room looking very angry. At first I thought he was joking, but it soon became clear that he wasn't. I can't believe you came back here. It's all your fault. If it weren't for you, Preston would still be alive. Barry, it's not his fault. But Mr. Silton suddenly looked very sad as he said, "This robot got your daughter killed." It might have been because he was 10 feet tall, or because he literally weighed a ton. But everybody was so scared it thought. Still, they all agreed it was fine for him to stay. We chatted long into the night until one by one, everyone went to bed.
I remember tearing up at that part when I first played this game.
"You can't sleep?" asked Mrs. Silton. "Me as well." "Number 2 on the way," she smiled.
At least I'm not barefoot. She then laughed, like it was a joke.
But despite having traveled the world,
I had no idea what she meant.
"I suppose everyone else will be up in a bit. I'll get breakfast started." In the morning everyone continued chatting. The subject soon got back round to the military takeover and the man in black. "We need to do something," said the old lady. "They've destroyed the peace talks with the robots. Fighting could break out again in no time." "I don't mean to sound overdramatic, but that would literally be the end of the world," explained Sim. Alice laughed. "But the army, there's no way we can fight them. We've lost our band of thieves, and, in the words of that French professor, God rest his soul, we're just some old ladies." The old lady stood up. "We just need to take back control of the satellite. We can broadcast a signal to the robots. Those robot advisors, they might listen if they actually saw this new moon army. And those giant robots, they call them killbots," said Mrs. Silton as she showed me several photos. It seems the house was surrounded by hundreds of troops and a few robots so tall they dwarfed the building itself. So, I suggested we made our way there so Fort and I could assess the situation.
Mr. Logan had got the boat out of hiding.
I now just had to sail it from the dock back to the estate.
Alright. Final stretch. No! Okay. Let's go. I say let's go a lot.
I took the fisherman's boat to the old man's estate.
I wonder. I wonder if
knew
you
you
go
would come
all the way
back
around.
here,
Could you take
Came
it
a
all the way
horribly
in?
familiar voice.
I should have made sure you were dead when I had the chance.
It was the man in black.
Right.
I have
If you
personally
swam all the way
modified
under,
your
could you
nice
go around the
virus,
other side?
and now, with one flick of a switch,
I'll finish the job.
Rip. A lot of those soldiers die, don't they?
It's pointless now, said Alice. We might as well give up. I don't know, maybe we can arrange a truce.
I mean, if we agree.
But Sim couldn't even finish his sentence.
Mrs. Silton just sighed.
I think she was lost for words.
We really need Barry and Logan,
If we're going to recapture the house, said the old lady.
Mrs. Silton explained she had phoned him earlier.
Apparently he sounded fine, at least until she mentioned coming home. Then he started screaming.
I couldn't understand him at all.
He wants nothing to do with saving the world. His words, not mine.
Sorry.
The old lady sighed. I was worried he might say that.
I take it Logan stayed with him.
Logan's more of a dog than the dog is, laughed Alice. The old lady was only really worried we would be outgunned. She said I would be the secret weapon, as I would be able to sneak back into the house. That's true, said Sim, if we cause enough of a distraction. As long as you can get up to the roof, we'll be able to take control of the satellite. Hopefully the virus hasn't reached all the other robots around the world.
Suddenly, all hell broke loose.
The old lady, Alice and the others opened fire.
This was just the distraction I
I
needed.
needed to make my way up to the roof.
I wonder what would happen. I wonder if you can get back in the house without, like, before you're supposed to.
I was shocked. However, this time not just by the giant brain, but rather what the man in black had done to him.
I do not want to,
Said Mr. Deck, but I will shoot you if I must. Why don't you give up, said the man in black. Anton knew which side was right. Why don't you join us? I know we've had our differences, but I see potential in you. You could be my new right-hand man. You see, there's a link between you and I. Without me you wouldn't even be here. The two brothers
Designed and built you. But what nobody ever told you is,
they were funded by their third brother.
me.
I was speechless. How could he, this completely evil man, have something to do with my creation?
Yeah.
Thank you.
A minor setback, said the man in black as he disconnected a piece of the satellite hardware. I just need to take this core unit and hitch it up to one of the killbots. In fact, that will make the virus signal even stronger. Mr. Deck, said the man in black, would you be so kind as to watch the robot? Shoot him if he tries anything. Mr. Deck lowered his gun. You little yellow bastard, he said, you'd better run.
Right, let's go. Dang it. Should've timed that better. Hold on. Can I... That's not the exact key I wanted. Yes! Oh. Do I cheese this bit? No. I probably shouldn't try cheesing that part because I do need to have some shields. The final boss. Ah! Dang it. There's not even any checkpoints in this part. Dang it. shield. Wait, what? Oh, piss. I'm not even pushing any buttons. Ah, this damn controller and this damn game. Oh! It's like a cheeses level. Okay, the controller unplugged again. Wait, the controls fine? Alright, never mind. The controller didn't unplug. Oh, did he? I know it did. Yeah, the controls are all messed up again. Why does that happen? Why does it decide it wants to map every button to be two things? And it doesn't even make sense, because left becomes up and left, and right becomes down and right. The run button also activates and deactivates shields. The jump button also does run. It just makes no sense why that happens. Just from the controller being disconnected. I hate the swimming controls so much. You can't just like stop or anything, and you have to slowly turn. Dang it! could use my shields, but I really want to have the shields at the final boss. If I remember correctly, it has that screw thing again. You have to like undo the screws without getting smashed by the hands. What? I pressed up. Why didn't you grab the chain? What the hell? I really hope there's a checkpoint at that part. Sure, there's going to be a checkpoint in this bit, right here. Oh, there's a checkpoint that part. Okay. Still not preferably would have been up there, but that's fine. So I don't have to redo this room again. Oh no, I remember how this is fight now. Alright, let's go. Final boss. I save him or should I help him? Let's help him. To show that we are the better man.
Somehow the man in grey had snuck up behind Mrs. Silton. I tried to shout down, but no one could hear me.
Kick the dog.
Oi, shouted a familiar voice. Step away from my wife. The man in grey bragged with every blow. Who he'd hurt, who he'd tortured, how he'd made the world a better place. As he raised the gun to Mr. Silton's head, he said, "You're out of your depth. I'm a professional. I used to kill for the CIA." Mr. Silton just smiled and said, "Yeah, and I'm a proper c***." With the rest of the great and good now stuck on the moon, and the man in black taken care of, it was reasonably easy to convince his troops to surrender. Signals came through from all over the planet, and soon the people began rebuilding civilization. And again, I was heralded as a hero. Soon the representatives from around the world held their first united meeting, and I was invited to give a speech. The old lady gently examined me, while Sim attached a cable from the diagnostic machine. "I've got some bad news," said the old lady as she took my hand. "The virus is rampant in your system. It's not as bad as it was with Betty Fluffers and Fort, but it's still destroying your circuitry." "I'm thinking," said Sim, "it must have something to do with consciousness. Yours seems more equipped to fight." "We'll still need to do something," said the old lady with a serious look. "If we replace all of the affected parts, we..." "Come on, mate," said Mr. Silton, "you know they can help." But I explained that it was too painful, and hurt so much. Just having my diagnostic panel open was excruciating. "So you mean you can feel things? But you're not supposed to be able to." "The virus hasn't completely taken over," Sim explained. "But I don't know how long you've got, maybe months, maybe years. When you, well, if it all gets a bit too much," said the old lady, "come back here and we'll look after you. You should try to get everything done that you want to before then, though," said Sim. "You know, maybe complete your quest, get your million things, play some games. I mean just do all the things, bucket list mate," interrupted Mr. Silton. "Go paint the town red." "Remember," said Alice, "should you need us." "Yes, should you need us," said Mr. Logan. We'll be right here, said the old lady.
Waiting for you.
And I have to restart the game again because the cable fell out. My controller. I don't know why it's happening. It's been fine before. Run out of Fanta. Wait. How comes that one's on chapter 23? That's a completed file. Here we go, now I can get the ninja suit.
Would you like that one gift wrapped, sir? The cost for this upgrade is 80,000.
Whoops.
Oh.
Here we go. Wait, what? Right, let's look at my held junk. I have the exact same amount, and my controller unplugged again. Which means I get to restart the game again. Which is very cool. Right, so I just need to get 100,000 pieces. No, 200,000 pieces of junk. That shouldn't be too hard. I don't know what this is. So it gives me that junk, but it doesn't actually add
I
to
took the
my
fisherman's
inventory.
boat to the mainland.
dog's barking. Hold on a moment. I just need to shut my door. I think my mum's home. If I don't shut the door, she's just gonna barge in here. Alright. I think how these work is that you're supposed to get the hats for them, and then that's how you get the junk. But I've never really been able to use... I don't really know how to change your hat.
I made my way into the town.
Alright. There's nothing new in here, is there? Yeah, none of the shops have anything new now. I've got an ether thing, and I don't need anything else.
Mind the doors. The train is now departing. Big city, this is big city. Mind the doors.
Come. Oh, it's just me now. Oh, that's not solid. Oh, this is how you change your hat.
departing.
How many years since you first get the ability to go to the trains pass, and whoever in charge of these trains has still not repaired that? Maybe it's because it's run by robots.
Sitcom, this is sitcom.
Is there anything in the Spillett Woods? No, there's nothing there. So I've checked all three of the Spillett Woods, so nothing left to buy. So there's zero reason for me to ever go to any of the stores now. Right, so the only thing that's left is getting the rest of the junk. Also, there used to be other items here. I remember there used to be these letter things. You could find them in like different places. There was like these letters that seem to be gone now. Well, that sucked. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. So I saw a single tile. It looks like it wasn't textured properly. No, I want to be on this side. Dang it! At least I got the junk. Oh, that actually stopped the music. Just down there is a single tile, which looks like they've put in the wrong. That's not even like a. I suppose it's a foreground object. Actually, this bit's wrong as well. It's just along there in general. The graphics are not done right. Like, this part is fine. It's just like that section right there. The graphics are a bit messed up. Interesting. Yeah, they're just really messed up there. don't have to go very far to get into space here. We could go visit the moon. That would be a neat feature. Visit the moon. It would be very useful though, since there's nothing to do there. There's no junk. Oh, yes.
I suppose the one good thing about a closed fun fair was the lack of queues.
And all the junk that's left behind.
Some things were worthless junk, but this could be sold for a decent price.
What? Something tells me that was not supposed to happen.
This was one of the most valuable things I'd seen.
Oh, cool, I can go back for the junk I've missed, I think. Oh, bugger. What? That's not how you theme park ride. I think it's trying to use the same physics as, like... as like the, how the shoes normally work? Maybe? Whoa! Well, let's push him down. I was holding the down button.
I didn't know how much this was worth, but it looked expensive.
Ah! Whoa! Well, fell into space again. Who knew that space was just underwater? I never knew that. I think that's quite impressive that space is underwater. No one would have ever guessed it was there, you know? Oh, you tosser. You're right on close.
This seemed quite valuable. Now, this was clearly worth something. Oh.
What?
Oh.
Wait, there's no junk here. Oh, I actually managed to get that all. Cool.
Despite what the signs outside said, I was neither terrified or horrified. In fact, I was somewhat underwhelmed.
Wait, how do I get into that part? Alright.
The exit door was blocked by one of the Ferris wheel's cars, but I could see the controls on the other side. Some things were worthless junk, but this could be sold for a decent price. Now that the exit was unblocked, I just needed to get back to the door.
I wonder. Okay, if I had more shields, I could probably make it. What are we doing? Let me off.
This was one of the most valuable things I'd seen. Oh. I didn't know how much this was worth, but it looked expensive.
Alright, so that's that area, is it? I think I've already got all the junk from the factory town, so now it's just a case of running around the mansion, and then I can do all
Mind
the stuff
the
I need.
doors.
All
The
the
train is now departing.
once I gathered enough, then I beat the game. And I can beat the game right now, but I want to get the 1 million junk engine.
Factoridden. This is Factoridden. Mind the doors. The train is now departing.
Mainton was the next stop. I could get back to the mainland and Mr. Silton's from here.
Mainden. This is Mainden.
Right, let's go. Don't know why I felt the need to buy more tickets, but I did.
I made my way back out to the mainland.
Ah. That goes plan. I like this place with hats. That's fine, there's might be able to get more of the house.
I took the fisherman's boat
Okay.
to the old man's estate.
I guess let's get junk collecting then. That done alright. go for the rooms that I haven't been to yet first. What is that? Oh. Yes. Why don't I just use these? This room again. What? Alright, this thing. Oh wait, I'm doing it wrong. Right. Did I clear out the secret room? Wait. This is the... Yeah, I did clear out the secret room. these things again? Oh. There we go. Got a lot of junk to have to collect. Oh. Didn't even have any. Oh, that was a waste of shield. Electric and fire? Better let this go, isn't it? Both together. Dang it. I can cheese it though, so it's fine. I wonder. I was trying to see if I could try that again. Nah, that's not gonna work. Actually, no, maybe I should not use that. And I should use it on the way back instead. That seems like the better idea to me. get the one piece of trash, the 2 bits of trash, and the ram. Why is that guy there? Wait, does he count towards the trash here? Let's find out. Let's see, are you junk or do you Ooh, that's a interesting little glitch. So it seems that in certain places the game really doesn't like it if you boost down. It even stops the music from playing. Dang it. What's gonna happen here? No. Also, I just died. Sucks. My thumb's actually starting to hurt. Perhaps I should save the jungle for the next stream. Next time I play Horace. Stream. Well, my hand's starting to hurt, so and it's around the time I usually stop streaming anyway, so so since I don't want to give myself carpal tunnel, because that don't sound very fun, I'm going to leave it here. And then next time I stream Horace, I'll be getting the junk I need to get to beat the game. Actually, I could beat it right now. Like, the ending for if you don't have enough junk is... Never mind, it won't load. Oh. Alright. Never mind then. Never mind. It broke. But that's it for this stream. So, and I don't want to, because it's almost 4:30 and my hands hurt, and I don't want to give myself carpal tunnel by holding on to a controller for too long. Alright. Thank you for anyone that watched any of the stream. And I'll just